All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory due to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors to our apostles and our elders of Great Millstone that rule well. And peace and salutation and many blessings to the elect Akim, the house of David, and the ancient Hebrew that's pronounced Bayat Dawadah. And those are those men kicking this word in sincerity and in truth. I'm the brother Sha'ar from the Great Millstone Dallas camp, and as I'm on my way to the Shaddai, which pretty much, means workplace, plantation, so forth, just a few random thoughts that came through my head and just want to kind of put it on wax. Not really going to be bringing out any scriptures because I'm driving right now, caught in traffic, man, but I just wanted to get a few things, just off my head, I should say, as I'm in the middle of traffic, stopping and going, caught in traffic. It just kind of made me think of how this thing of ours works, being a part of this hellhole. You get some patches where you're just kind of just driving, and then it might come to certain stops. And that's how it is in the truth, man. But we always want to make sure that we don't allow that to pretty much let us just sit there and keep us stagnant, man. It's going to be things that happen within the spirit that's going to make it, that's going to try you, It's going to try you. It's going to have you examine yourself. It's going to have you think about a lot of things, man. But at the end of the day, that's what Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai wants in order for us to grow. Of course, this lesson wasn't just wholeheartedly set on driving and stopping. That just kind of sparked the idea. But as we see prophecy coming to pass, things taking place, we're in the year of prophecy, and it's established, and it was on the spirit of Apostle DeHart to declare this, that because as things move on, man, I can see this thing ending this year. Now, of course, we don't really know for sure, but through the spirit, man, there's so many things popping off right now. So many things popping off. We should really be on fire. Granted, we got our parts where we stop and go again. We always want to make sure that we continue to coast. We continue to roll, man. We continue to run this race and press toward the mark. Because it's going to get really hard out here. All right? You got a bunch of stuff going on in Syria, Turkey, Israel, Iran. You got all these, you got all this propaganda going on within these guns. How they're trying to outlaw guns, give teachers guns. And we already know what that's going to lead up towards, man. It's going to just lead toward more Jakes getting shot and killed. But, man, there's so much prophecy taking place. It's like, golly. I'm excited to see what's going to happen tomorrow. That's, of course, if we're here tomorrow, if I'm here tomorrow, Lord, Abaratazah, which means the Father's will, Lord willing. But, man, it's just exciting to see all this stuff take place, all right? But at the same time, we got to constantly fear the Lord. Because as these things rev up, Satan's getting stronger as well. And everyday vices that you had, that you've been dealing with, they gonna continue to rev up as well, man. Just like how the Lord's working hard, man, Satan's gonna work hard on the left-hand side, all right? That sifting process is continual, all right? But we got a job that we got to do, man. We got a position that we got to withhold. We got a standard that we got to continue to set. And the more Satan messes with us, man, that should be more confirmation how we think of it that the Lord's dealing with us, man. I was having a conversation with the brother Yar Allah. Me and that brother stay together. He and the officer, Yar Allah, I should say. And we were just kind of just sitting down, going over a few things, man. And, according to Hebrews, the 12th chapter, how the scriptures talk about the Lord chastens who he loves. That's real, man. Now, you really shouldn't go in your mind, or I shouldn't say, I'm just talking about experiences that I've went through and thoughts that it came to my mind. You might have certain instances where you feel like, man, am I being punished enough? Or should I be getting punished more? Or vice versa, man, the Lord's kicking my ass. Whatever it is, the Lord's giving us according to our measure. The Lord's going to portion out what he needs to within us, man. He ain't going to just, excuse my language, but just beat our asses like crazy, man. He ain't gonna just slap you silly and call you Susan. Now of course he's gonna chasten you, but he's gonna give you according to what you can bear, man. So if you're going through a period in your life where you catching fades, but don't strain yourself and think like, man, dang, I deserve more ass whooping, this and that. No, because the Lord can definitely give that to you. We know that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is about balance. Just like he chastens, he rewards as well. Maybe you're going through a period, of course, we catching hell on this side. I'm not putting it as you're not catching nothing, but don't put it to yourself like you ain't catching enough hell, man. You know, don't do that to yourself. Just know that when it does happen, prepare yourself for it. And that goes into self-examination, man. Watching your house, taking care of your household, man. The Lord could be rewarding you for a moment, man, giving you a quick little, when I say break, again, I don't mean like he just gonna just not do anything to you, because we sin daily. We sin and we don't even know when we sinning. But he could be giving you a little break sometimes, like, you know, I've been whooping your ass. I'm gonna let your ass heal up for a sec. You'll be catching little fades here and there. And, you know, the Lord could be surely prepping you up for the next glory, or the next hurdle, or the next stoppage in the highway. Using that as an analogy. But he could be preparing you for that, man. The Lord is building soldiers up. And as it's written in 2 Timothy, the 2nd chapter, he's talking about no man that entangle himself with the affairs of this world, man. You know? But us being soldiers, when you go into that word pretty much means solitaire, being by yourself in this thing, you understand, like, you know, it's you against the world. Now, of course, we got brothers that help us out, man, but it's just you. You know? We got to work out our own salvation with fear and trembling, man. And again, that goes into self-examination, man. When you got a soldier that's in the middle of the battlefield, man, I'm talking about when you got a soldier that's actually a good soldier that's doing his position, his duty, he's going to examine things that he needs to work on. He's going to examine things that he knows not to do when he's on the battlefield, man. All right? A good soldier isn't going to faint when tribulation comes. He ain't going to just do friendly fire, shoot all over the place when he gets nervous and gets scared, you know? He's going to continue to stay steadfast and stay with that level head, man. Being a soldier, being a warrior, being a leader, and, you know, I mean, I'm ain't no head of the camp or nothing like that, but all of us are pretty much in positions rehearsing the righteous acts, but the Lord is setting us up to be leaders. But, you know, with us out here on this battlefield, man, we can't show our hand. When I say that, you can't wear your emotions on your sleeve, all right? Especially when you're going through hell, man, all right? You got younger brothers around you, watching you, being that example. You got older brothers looking at you and, you know, learning things from you, man. And also, too, watching you to see if you're ready to go to that next glory. Now, of course, the Lord's going to give that and put that next hurdle in front of your face whenever he feels like you're ready, you know. But ultimately, man, at the end of the day, bro, at the end of the day, we here to fight, man. There's going to be high points in this truth. There's going to be low points in this truth. All right? You're going to catch fades sometimes. Sometimes you're just going to chill and just, you know, do the work. At the end of the day, we all fight for the same prize, man. But again, you know, Lord forbid it don't sound like I'm going all over the place. It's just really just kind of a quick hit, impromptu, in transit as I'm on my way to work, man. Just random thoughts that was coming to mind, man. Like, shoot, bro. At this time we living in right now, it is not the right time to waver, man. You know, and if you feel like you're wavering through the spirit, man, self-examination, prayer, fasting, all right? Definitely got to examine yourself being in this truth to make sure that, you know, we're on the right hand, nor the right end of the stick when Yahushua comes back. Because best believe, man, he coming back, man. As it's written, although tarry wait, because it surely will come. According to the book of Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, man. You know, but again, you know, it's a really exciting time to be living, to be in the spirit, to be in the know, living on the planet Earth right now, man. Because we're seeing things that many different prophets wanted to see. Seeing things many prophets wanted to see, man. They spoke about it, they written about it. They wrote about it to the best of their ability from what they perceived, from them actually getting a vision of the future time. But we actually seeing it, man. All right. And it's going to come a time really, really soon that it's going to be hard, and we ain't going to have our everyday, what's the way I can word it? Our everyday resources that we have right now, man. That's why we got to utilize the spirit, utilize what we have. We have to use what the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, had gave us within this time. You know, whether it be the brotherhood, and of course that's really important. These scriptures, just the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And all of those go hand in hand with one another anyway, you know. And if you in the camp, man, and I mean, you know, just saying, if you in the camp and you ain't really around brothers all like that, man, just as a recommendation, man, I'd recommend you to start. Because we ain't gonna have that everyday luxury coming very soon. We're at the point where you're around brothers, you know. We ain't gonna have that everyday luxury no more, man. You know, you might end up being by yourself in that day. You might end up just having a few brothers with you, whatever the case is, man. But hey, man, shoot, we need to stay amongst one another, man. We need to communicate with one another. All right, do more sit downs with one another, and I'm talking to myself. You know, you'll have that time when you just kind of want to do a sit down by yourself, which is cool. But I mean, hey, man, 2 is better than 1, as it's written. You know, and I know I just got to talking about a soldier being by itself, but that doesn't mean you got to put yourself on an island. You know, that just means that, you know, you got to seek out your own salvation with fear and trembling, man. But a brother's there to help build you up when the time that he might see you wavering, vice versa. That's what we here for. But if you sitting by yourself on that island, you don't got nobody to tell you whether you going off or not, man. And part of self-examination goes into a brother telling you about yourself, man. You know? And that's, again, part of the highs and lows being in this truth, man. A low period, a brother might tell you, hey, man, you know, gotta get up, man. And that'll help you get up, you know. As it's written, a righteous man falleth 7 times, but he gets back up. Hey, man, that brother can help you get back up, man. You know. There's plenty of points within this truth, within the little time that I've been in this thing. Notice different things about this truth, how you might feel like the spirit ain't dealing with you as much. And certain times where you feel like you just on fire, you know. Just don't get engulfed in either or. Just the Wadi Yahaba Shimi Hawashai for whatever it is. And through the spirit, pray and keep it pushing, you know. But yeah, man, I'm pulling into the Shaddai, the workplace, man. It was just really just on my spirit to just say a few things, man. But mainly, man, let's just keep fighting. Let's keep going. There was a fight this weekend, a boxing match. And it was Deontay Wilder. And it was Luis Ortiz. And as you see, those heavyweights brawl it out, man. Hey, bro, it ain't go to all the way to the end. But you seen the amount of heart that both of those men had. They was taking lumps. They was taking blows. Haymakers to the face, left and right. Consistently, man. And those men was, shoot, Luis Ortiz fell 3 times. 2 times he got back up. You know, when Wilder almost fell, he was getting hit hella hard. Now, reason why I brought that up, man, before I end this off, man, that was an analogy, man. Hey, bro, those men had to get built up and able to endure through that fight. And of course, there's many other fights that can be used as examples, but I'm just naming this one, man. Hey, bro, that just goes within this truth. You're going to catch hella lumps, hella blows. When you ride on that highway, you're going to get jammed up sometimes. You're going to have to duck and dodge traffic. Sometimes it's smooth sailing. At the end of the day, when you in the car, or whether you in that fight, you got that one destination that you got to get to, man. You know? You got that one destination that you got to get to. And you can't faint in the middle of it. You stuck in a traffic jam. You can't just stop and turn back around. You got to keep going because your ass will look stupid as hell trying to turn around, going the wrong direction, doing too damn much when you was already on your way there. You know, Deontay Wilder was in that fight, got lumped up quite a few times, man. He ain't fall. He ain't give up. Ortiz, too. He ain't give up. Of course, he lost. But, hey, man, at the end of the day, this thing is likened to a fight. This thing is likened to a race. This thing is likened to multiple things where at the end of the day you get rewarded or you have a destination to. That's what this truth is likened to, man. But if you stop in the middle of it, hey, man, you was better off not even starting. You know? That's the way how this truth is, man. That's why it's written in Ecclesiastes, the 7th chapter. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning. And that's pursuant to Ecclesiastes, the 7th chapter, the 8th verse. You know? But I just wanted to go over a few things that I was meditating on, man, as I was just driving, just thinking, and I just thought to, you know, put it on wax, you know. But hey, I'm going to end it off on that. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Double honors to our apostles and our elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and salutations and many blessings to the elect Akim in the ancient Hebrew that's pronounced, the house of David in the ancient Hebrew that's pronounced Bayath Dawadah. And those are those men crying and howling and lamenting, singing this song, kicking this word of sincerity and truth. Shalom.